Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back to another episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting, a podcast where me, Jason,
and me, Jennifer,
have a few drinks
and talk shit about our kids.
Please follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Guide to Poor Parenting.
And Twitter/Facebook/TikTok at Poor Parent Pod.
Yes.
Please do.
And I know no one ever responds or calls in or emails, but Jennifer and I have been talking about possibly getting like a voicemail box set up so you could call in with your own story times about your kids. Yep. Let us know if one person writes in, I will set it up because I think it's free. Yeah. So
if it's free, then that's definitely worth it. And then if we can get people to do that, then they can hear their stories and tell their peoples, and maybe we can get more people to listen to us.
That would be nice.
Talk shit about our kids.
And I spoke to Miss Jennifer, how's your week been?
It's been okay. Here in Huntsville, we have gotten snow, and it always happens in January. And so I've been stuck in the house with Wesley all day Friday, pretty much all day Saturday. And then today I was done. Like, I can't do this no more. So
I'm sorry we didn't have you over yesterday, but we were like running all day. And then we went to go have dinner with my mom, and for my brother's birthday, we finally got to use the gift cards that Brian, who came on the podcast, he was our real estate agent for something for my mom, and he gave her some gift cards, and he gave me one too for Char, so we finally went.
Good. How was it?
It was good.
Good.
I had some seafood carbonara.
Okay.
Which was like just seafood and a creamy sauce.
Some noodles,
Yeah, and I think Zane had, what did you have, babe?
The veal.
Yeah, he had a veal, which was
with crab cake.
I would say the veal was a little bit on the bland side to me, but Mom's she had redfish and it was really good. So anybody coming to Huntsville, if there's Char and their sister restaurant Amerigo are both really good restaurants.
I didn't realize Amerigo was part of them.
I didn't either until we got there, and I saw they had an Amerigo card on their stand. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember Amerigo actually told me that Char was their sister.
Well, that's cool.
So have you been to Char? You went with us to Char one time for brunch,
and it sucked. I've never been back.
Yeah, it was a overpriced mimosa. And you asked for sausage, if I remember correctly, and they just gave you a hamburger patty with no seasoning.
Nope. Yeah, that was all it was just hamburger meat. Mm-hmm. And if I want hamburger meat, I want it on a hamburger. I don't want it as a patty.
Yeah.
It was not. Yeah, so I've not been back since then.
Well, other than contemplating your son's murder, how's your week been?
Okay, like I said, just dealing with snow and dealing with him, and been looking through some things and getting a whole bunch of research, and went and got my eyes done yesterday. Okay. Because yearly checkups are what you need to do. And I got different prescriptions. So my left eye, he gave me, I think, a stronger prescription, and then my right eye, it's a little different, but it's about the same. He just told me to kind of finish off the contacts I have because it's not that big of a difference, and then to start using the other ones. But I could tell a big difference on the other ones.
Did your prescription match per eye?
Yeah. Okay. They did, and I could just, do left, right, and mix them. But I've never mixed left, right. I've always done it when I take my contacts out. I always do, the left and the right in the spots that they need to go to. So it won't be like a big change when I get to them. But so yeah, I spent a lot of money. I did take the, because I have a small head and face. And so I wear kids' hats and I wear kids' glasses. And my glasses, I wore them the other day, and they kept sliding. And that's annoying as all get out, Because I was at work.
You can say fuck on this podcast, Jennifer.
I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. It was just annoying, and I'm at work, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put my contacts in because I had brought them with me just in case, and so I took my glasses with me, and they did this heat thing to
Shrink them?
to kind of shrink, like, because they're like not really plastic frames, but kind of like them, and they fit perfect now.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that is the coolest thing. I was just like, that's cool,
That's pretty cool.
because I didn't realize that's because I thought they would, because I was like, I was contemplating like doing it myself by pushing them together, but I was like, I don't want to break them because I spent some money on these things. And she was like, no, we don't even do that here. She put it in the little thing and then heated it up and then turned it to the other side, and she played around with them a little bit and said, try them on, and I could shake my head and they didn't come off. And I was
Nice.
like, yes. But that's where we went, and that's the only place that we've gone in the last
Week.
2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't worn glasses, or I had LASIK when I was late 20s. So like right around 30.
Right.
And I haven't needed them since. And so but I do remember when I had them, I think one eye was worse than the other, but it was funny. My dad had, we had the same prescription, just reversed eyes.
Oh.
So I could take his glasses, flip them over, and see perfectly fine.
That's so weird. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just it. Snow day. I used to not get snow days working with nonprofit.
Where you work?
Where I work. It's kind of important that we work. But with Wesley, they won't let us bring our kids.
Oh.
And I told them, look here.
Here, you.
Oh, also, if we take the chance to drive in the snow, and we wreck, they won't do nothing about it.
Yeah, true.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not taking a chance. And I messaged my boss, and she's like, okay. And so cool thing is that they'll let us take sick leave or annual leave.
Oh,
so if we, if some people have more sick or annual, then they can, use whatever they have the most of to be able to,
accommodate that.
Because there's 4, I think, people with laptops. So they just did the things that had to be done. So
I think it's so weird that, I know your job, and we're going to avoid saying the name of it, but
right.
It is such a job that could be easily done remotely.
Yep.
But it's kind of silly or at least hybrid. I could see hybrid would work perfectly for y'all.
Well, yeah, especially, I would rather do hybrid on sometimes when I have to do a specific thing and print off a lot of stuff, and then have someone check it and they check the print off.
Yeah.
Let's be in the office. But my boss did say something about next year, maybe. So I'm not holding my breath because I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Do it. But anyways, how's your week been? I know dinner with your brother and probably his fiance.
His fiance. He proposed New Year's weekend, I think, while we went to. So for our listening audience, if you hear something whacking the microphone, normally the fat cat that we own is the good one, but he is just all up in my butt at the moment. And yes, and I'm trying to block his tail from hitting my microphone. Says, okay, Zane was going to take him, but he got scared off. My week has been mildly stressful. I came into the kitchen earlier the week, and my son's girlfriend was crying. I was like, what's the matter? And she was saying that Justin doesn't want to be with her anymore. And I was like, oh, Christ. Or she said that he was stepping out with another girl is what he told me. I haven't dug too deep into it because I'm just like, I really don't want to get it. It's I don't really, as a 24, soon to be 25-year-old man, it's really not my place. So I don't know. It's frustrating. And then everything seemed to go back to normal later in the day. So I was like, okay, well, maybe she was wrong. And then got a text message this morning, and the drama continues. So I was just like, motherfucker. So we called Justin and was like, can you come to our room and talk? And he told us not his side of the story, but just heartbreaking. And I was like, oh, God, I don't need this stress right now. Right. But so yeah, the cheating allegation, I don't know. I still don't know if that's true or not, but he was basically saying that he's like, I never wanted to have a baby and she insisted on it. And I was like, well, like, then why the fuck did you move in? Why did you start playing house?
Right.
I was like, I can understand you don't want to be a father. That's fine. But don't, like, start paying all her bills, move in with her.
And then have her move in with you guys.
Yeah. I was like, you know, you have put us all in this incredibly awkward situation.
Right.
And so I was like, you know, they're sharing a room at the moment. I was like, do you want to move back into the back bedroom so she can have space? And I guess they haven't. I don't know. I told her today, I was like, I was like, I'm not paying to like move her out. It's like, I will help in some small ways. But I was like, I told her, I was like, you can either have Justin drive you out to South Carolina to live with your mama, because that's apparently the only parent that she could live with. Or if you can convince your mom to fly you out, that'd be fine too. And I'll ship your stuff. That'd be fine. I'm willing to do that. But, you know, like, ugh, it's just it's heartbreaking because we're going to lose Elijah.
Yep.
And it's incredibly awkward situation that we are put in, and I hate it.
And you're all in the same house still, and there's no...
Yep. I want to talk to your friend Drew about this, because I know she's had to deal with this kind of bullshit before. Hasn't she?
No.
Not with her. Well, I thought her son like knocked up 2 women at the same time.
Oh, that part. Well, that's different because they didn't move in.
Oh, true.
He is playing house and has another baby.
A third?
The same one as one of them. Yeah, so we probably could get her back on the podcast because she's got 3 grandbabies now. But it was never him moving in. They were high school sweethearts. And Drew's like, look, you've not experienced life. You've been with the same girl for 3-4 years, however long they were together. You need to take a break, experience life, go out, party, you know, you're 21, go have fun. And apparently he had too much fun. And he was still with the other girl. And so the babies are only 2 months apart.
Lord.
So they're cute as all hell, but it's just, you know, 2 baby mamas and...
drama.
And then, yeah, a whole bunch of drama. So...
Yeah. I don't...
But yeah,
Sorry.
I just, you know, she's just like grandma. She's like, you know, she does help, like, watch them sometimes when she can, but she's like, I'm not having them overnight. They're not sleeping with me, because especially when they were babies, you know. And she was just like, you know, I'll watch them every once in a while, but you did this.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to me about wrapping that shit up.
Yep. And that's exactly what I told Justin. I was like, wear a goddamn condom next time. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
And Zay and I talked and was like, you know, if he starts dating another girl, and I was like, you get her pregnant, she is not moving in with us. I was like, y'all are not moving back in. I was like, oh, God. Yeah. I was like, I cannot believe he let it go. If he didn't want to be a father, I'm like, you should have just owned up to it right away and said, I'll send you money. I'll try and be involved, but I do not want to be a father.
Yeah. Instead of moving him and baby into your house.
Yes.
And playing house for 6 months.
Yeah. And letting us fall in love with baby.
Well, I'm talking about playing father for 6 months. Yeah.
But while she was pregnant.
Right, but you know, just playing father for 6 months because the baby's been around for. And then falling in love with the baby and
who is precious as all get out.
Love him to death.
Yeah. So I told Justin, I was like, you know, I don't know what's going to happen with you, Alea, but like if Alea will allow us, we're going to maintain contact.
Oh,
and
definitely.
I was like, we're going to try and keep a relationship with baby boy.
Right, and her, because she's baby mama. Because
you
love her.
Yeah, she's a really sweet girl, and you know, she doesn't deserve the cheating allegations are correct. She doesn't deserve.
Well, I mean, not even just the cheating allegations, but like the position he's put her into is so awkward, because it's like she is completely dependent on him and us basically, because like she barely knows us. She's known us maybe 8 months, 9 months.
Yep.
And you know, she's having to rely completely on us, and that has got to be a horrible situation. And I can't even imagine being in that place.
Yeah.
Admittedly, though, I'm not going to victim blame, so I'm going to stop myself there. But
okay.
Yeah, it's just a shitty situation all around, and I am.
Sounds like it. So your week has been shit.
And then I had Kalia do her. We've been doing Kumon with her, and it just takes her for.
That's math stuff.
Yeah, math tutoring, because she's kind of behind in math, and it's just painful because she just takes forever because she doesn't want to do it, and I get that, but at the same time it's like it's something she's going to have to do for the rest of her academic career, and I want her to go to college if she can because she's got the smarts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But she's stubborn as all fucking get out, and she will it takes her forever to do any homework. So like I've been sitting down and like it's a lot of math problems, so I'll when you do subtraction, you borrow thing, it's like you borrow from the next number over. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me set that up for you. You just do the subtractions. But she's still like, I don't know. I guess I've done them so much in my life. I know all the like 17 minus 9. I know that one just off the top of my head.
Right.
But she doesn't know it. So it's still a lot of counting on fingers, and it's painful. So.
Well, I'll probably tell you that sometimes I still count on my fingers. Yeah. So I'm not going to say anything. Math sucks. Yeah. I've always been bad at math. So,
but it's I haven't had to. Well, that's not true. I have had to tutor you, but you were not stubborn and fought me on it.
Oh no, I will. But I was grateful for it.
Yeah,
I needed the help, so I would ask because I hate math.
Yeah, and she doesn't see the point to it, so it's just like, oh, why? And I'm like, because.
Well, I don't know if the listeners need to hear this or not, but I got a new iPad through AT&T because they upgraded my phone free through the thing because I didn't get an upgrade when I switched to them, and then I got a new watch and a new iPad for it's like 36 cents a month.
Nice.
So I pay it off. Total, it'll be like.
It's like maybe $10.
I want to say it's gonna be. I think it's total. It's in the end is going to be like $36.
Oh, nice.
And I have my old iPad, so I don't know if this would help or if you would want to, but I know she really wants an iPad so she can do that drawing app thing.
Yeah.
If that would help, like motivate her, maybe.
Nah, I'm not. Maybe eventually, but
the option's there.
Yeah, the option's there. I don't know. She can watch YouTube Shorts and TikTok on our TV, so she does that most of the time. So I'm like, and I don't know. Maybe, but
the option's there.
Yeah, the option's there, and it's appreciated.
Okay. All right. So
Miss Jennifer, what are we drinking?
Well, we're going to take a quick break real quick.
You're right. Thank you for checking my my exuberance.
We're going to take a quick break, and then I'll tell you what we're drinking.
All right. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Welcome back. Woo. And we are drinking a very expensive bourbon that Jason got on his trip.
Yep.
It is Angel's Envy bourbon.
Yes.
And I've had it before, and it is very smooth and very not stringent. Is that like,
it doesn't burn. Yeah.
And it just kind of flows right through your tummies. It's yummies.
Zane and I went to Louisville for the weekend between Christmas and New Year's, and he really wanted to do Angel's Envy distillery, but there's about 10 distilleries on Main Street in Louisville. So I was like, okay, well, let's go to the easternmost one, which I don't even remember the name of it, but it was a craft distillery. They only had barrel strength, so they don't take a bunch of barrels, mix them together, and then reduce down the strength with distilled water. Mm-hmm. They just literally tap a barrel and pour it in.
Wow.
And it was good, but it was
strong.
Yeah.
The cheapest bottle was $150.
Yeah.
But it's strong because it doesn't distill, so it's straight.
Yeah, and
straight liquor.
Yeah, and when you were talking about the burn, every time I was like, my nose I felt like I could breathe out fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it was had a remarkable taste to it, and there were some really good options. But they gave us a dropper, a little vial with distilled water in it with a dropper, and they're like, if the burn is a little too much, put a couple drops in there, and it helped a lot take down the burn. But yeah, that was an intense one. And we went to 2 others, and they were really good. But by the time we got to the third one, we were drunk.
Really?
Yeah, because we just work, because I don't eat much
Oh, that's
anymore
right.
because I'm on the trizepatide, so I don't like eat a lot. And even Zane was feeling it because we'd had like 3 flights of whiskey basically. So we'd had like probably maybe 3 to 4 shots each.
Yeah.
And I'm a lightweight to begin with. And so I was like, if we drink anymore, I'm going to be so drunk. So we he's like, well, let's go to Angel's Envy. I was like, okay, we'll do that. Took an Uber because it was like, he was like, oh, I thought you said, because the original plan we were going to do about 5 or 6 whiskey tastings, and Angel's Envy is about 4 blocks from the last one. But since we stopped in the middle of it, I was like, okay, that's about a mile. I was like, I will be sober by the time we get there, but I'm not going to be happy because it was cold.
Right.
So we Ubered over there. Really cool distillery. They had
Chocolate.
Yeah, they did they paired it with an orange chocolate, which was really good.
Really? You liked orange?
Surprisingly.
Flavored chocolate?
I know. And you know what?
And that thingy. You liked that one too, yeah.
Yeah, I went back and Zane had gotten a, not Fonders, but what do they call it? The orange chocolates you get for Christmas.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, he got one for Christmas for the kids. And I was like, well, I like that one in Louisville. So I tried it. I was like, oh, that's actually not bad. So maybe I'm changing my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm growing.
Yeah, and it could just be growing.
Yeah.
Taste buds change, that sort of thing.
But yeah, it was really good. And like, I was like partially drunk too. So I was like, okay, they had this special one so what we're drinking is barrel strength, but they said something about you had to get it to 100 proof. And usually they do that by adding distilled water to it, but they didn't have to with this one. They somehow got it right on the dot. So I was like, okay, I want to go ahead and buy it. So it was like $70. So it's not a very big bottle. And I was just like, okay, Jennifer, enjoy what you got. Cause we're not going to, I was like,
I don't get any more. I'm not worth the $70 bottle.
You get a little bit more when we do our video at the end of the podcast.
That's funny.
Yeah. But we got some more really yummy and on a related note, because in previous podcasts, Jennifer and I drank some rum of Zane's, the Papa Pilars, and we like decimated the bottle. All my fault. It's totally my fault. I was like, let's drink up. And poor Zane has got like maybe a quarter of a bottle left now. Luckily, a local liquor store in town sells it, so I'm going to go buy him some replacements.
He's gonna hide them from us so that we can't drink.
I won't even touch them. I'll be like, they're yours. You drink them as you want. So
we're sorry, Zane.
No, this is all my fault.
Apology accepted.
Well, because we did the dark, then we did the light, and then we did both together. And that's what made it go down so fast, is because that was 3 different podcasts, but that was.
Well, on the dark one, we liked so much, we actually drank a little bit more than the blonde. So.
Well,
and it was all me again, so don't.
Well, I mean, I drank it, so.
Yeah, but I let you.
Okay, it's all him, Zane, not me. I'm not taking any blame. All right, so today's we're doing
Reddit posts,
right?
Yep.
So I hope you guys like this. We've not heard any feedback, so we're going to keep continuing to do it unless a whole bunch of people say, shut the fuck up about Reddits, We do need to get some Canadian subreddits so that way we can cater to our Canadian friends.
For Saskatchewans.
See how I'm doing that instead of saying how I normally say it. I'm being good because I don't want to offend anybody. But I think I go first.
Yep.
And this is the subreddit. The
parenting subreddit.
Parenting subreddit. I will get this eventually. I think throw ya.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they post on Reddit, will do what are called throwaway accounts, where they just create an account to post something anonymously.
Oh, okay.
And so that may be what this is.
All right. Well, it does. So it says throw ya in capital letters, and then done. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how Jennifer's feeling right now. So the main part of it is ungrateful / disrespectful behavior. What do you do? And it says, my son is 8, and about a week ago he spent the night with his great-grandparents because he had a day off of school and we had to work. We had been playing some phone tag with her, but finally, yesterday got to talk to her where we found out our son was acting completely disrespectful the entire time he was there. Demanding. She buy him things, putting things in the cart, saying, buy this for me, and then saying, just kidding. Lying that he only had one pair of shoes and begging for them to buy him a pair, an expensive pair at that. Bad writing. Sorry. At that, there's a parenthesis. Sorry, old eyes. He has at least 8 pairs. Not using his manners even to the point that they had to have a serious talk. And then the next weekend, he was visiting his other grandparents and they were cleaning out his toys. And he decided to get rid of almost everything because, quote, he will get a ton of new stuff at Christmas, unquote. This is totally capitalized, unlike him, but recently he has had an attitude and is finding his voice. And I'm not sure how to respond to this behavior. His voice... And I'm not sure we have talked to him and admitted that we made a mistake by having him play on his tablet too much. And from now on, we will be playing with toys more so we can appreciate the things we have, quote, and ask for it, unquote. And tablet will be only on the weekends for particular time periods. But my goodness, what do I do with his drastic change in behavior? Is this normal? How do you teach gratefulness? I wish I knew how to teach gratefulness because you can't.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
I mean...
And I honestly think it's normal child behavior too,
right.
To some extent.
Yeah, and 8, he could just be going through puberty early and getting all those hormones, and then all that's coming up because that's what, 12... Yeah, about 12, Wesley started acting kind of the same way.
Yeah, and titles
and nothing's ever his fault, and you know he needs this, and you have to buy this for me, and the manners kind of went out of the window as well because as soon as I got him, no sir, yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am was always something I always told him to say, and if he said yes to someone, I'd be like, yes ma'am. And I don't know how to tell you how to do that, but I think you making him play with his toys more and only doing tablets like for different, for a period of time on the weekend, that might help.
Yeah.
You can see. If not, it could be him just demanding his tablet because Wesley has done that to me before, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Especially when he gets into trouble, like. Why are you demanding this? You're the one that did something bad. So if you do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. That's always been the motto in my house. And he has lost that motto completely.
I think for like your situation and our situation was slightly different. Not just because they're a boy and a girl, but we have the resources to spoil Khalil a little bit more. But and I don't even...
I could spoil Wesley.
No, I was about to say, I'm so fucking cheap. I don't ever buy her shit. So I don't ever buy her toys or anything.
But I could spoil him.
No, I know. I was just going to say, we buy more for her. But I was like, no, I really don't buy her more stuff. Because I hate clutter. And her room is a goddamn pigsty. No, I was going to say, I was going to make some profound statement, but I think that's not true. I just think this is a normal part of childhood. And I will say, the part where she said that he will get a ton of new stuff for Christmas, that might be an indication y'all need to scale back on Christmas. It's like children are the most brutally honest mirrors you will ever find. So if they're telling you something, if they're spoiled, like if they're showing entitlement, it's because you're giving it to them.
Right.
And like, even if you don't give them a ton of shit, there's still entitlement there. So, but yeah, if he's doing that kind of shit, then it's time to scale back hardcore on gifts.
Especially if Christmas hadn't come yet, return everything you bought him and just buy him some socks and drawers.
And, for the grandparents, I would say, instead of a gift, do something small and then do an experience with him. He'll probably remember that night more.
The one set of grandparents had that serious talk with him.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Sit him down. Say, hey,
Yeah.
this is not how we do things.
Yeah. We get entitled behavior all the time. We try to shut it down as much as we can, but it's,
it's hard to shut it down.
Yeah, and every child I've ever known does this. Like I did it. I don't think you ever did because you were such a people pleaser. But I'm sure Zane did. Do you remember doing this, Zane?
Every now and then.
Yeah, I know my brother did it.
We went to every time we went to the store. I was like, we went to the toilet. I was like, I want this. I want this. I want this. But then they were like, no, you're not getting it.
Well, at least they stopped you.
Yeah.
See, I stole a pack of gum, probably 3 years old, from the convenience store. Mm-hmm. And Mama made me take it back and say I was sorry.
Yep.
And then ever since then, like when I was 3, 4, 5, I'd go to the store and I would just look at like the candy bar and I'd be like, it sure would be nice if I could have that candy bar. And sometimes I got it and sometimes I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's how my mama did it. But she taught me like quick.
Yeah.
You don't steal. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to get everything you want.
I've been real I will say one thing, like when it comes to buying shit, I'm almost an automatic no.
Yeah.
If you want a toy, no. You want a candy, no.
Want an Xbox, no.
Fuck, yeah.
Well, that's what my kid does.
Well, yeah, your kids, a hot dumpster fire of trash.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the thing is like everybody in his life, my mom, my pops, everybody's like, if you would just do what you're supposed to do, you would be spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I try to kind of show him a little bit too with me getting the new phone, with the new watch, the new iPad. He knows I have all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're buying all this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm good.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he is not learning from that.
Well.
And I don't know how else to teach him. And he, everything's everybody else's fault. And then nothing is ever his fault. So it's...
Yeah, Wesley's a special situation though.
Yeah.
Like he's like his brain has been so fucked up from his own trauma that he can't operate like a normal child.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah. Because he told me he was a normal 13-year-old with just a little bit of trauma.
Yeah, okay.
And that all 13-year-olds act this way.
My ass.
And I'm like, how many 13-year-olds have, broken their hand by punching a wall?
All of them, Mom.
Oh, and that's what he said. I was like, oh, okay, so I'm going to go to your school and I'm going to do a survey of all the 13-year-olds and see how many. He's like, no, don't do that. Because he knows he's lying,
Yeah.
All right, so it's your turn now.
Okay, so mine is from the adoption subreddit. The user's deleted, so I guess maybe they deleted their account, but it was an interesting question. So the title of the article or the post was hoping to adopt but have questions. So this is kind of a long one, so I apologize for our listeners. But so the post says, hello, everyone. My husband and I are currently filling out an application to adopt and hope someone would have some insight on our situation. Okay, to make a long story short, we have tried to start our family without luck for around 10 years now. Many losses, unfortunately, but we have wanted to adopt along with having a biological child, but life hasn't agreed with that, so we're going to try and move forward with adopting.
That's sad.
It's funny though. Probably after they adopt, they will probably have a biological. That's what happened to my parents.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've known like many people that's happened to.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the post goes on. Okay, so this is where our concern lies. We are both on a methadone maintenance clinic or methadone maintenance program. We are both. Have we read this book before?
I don't know. Okay. I don't remember this.
Oh no, I read this to my mom. That's why it sounds familiar. Okay. Both these parents are on a methadone maintenance program. We are both clean and have been for over 5 years. We receive and take home doses that you earn when you are clean for a certain period of time and continue to earn more as clean time goes on. We both have enough clean time for 2 weeks of take-homes, which is the most you can earn. We are both proud of where we are in our lives I've had 13 years clean before relapsing when my mama passed away and I had a nervous breakdown. I got things together and got on the methadone clinic when I found out I was pregnant. The pregnancy was lost, however, but we continued at the clinic with piecing our lives back together. So, with all that being said, I know all too well the judgment and stigma that comes with methadone clinics and addicts. And this is what worries us with applying to adopt. We are worried we will be turned down for being honest about our past when it comes to previous and current drug use. Has anyone here been able to adopt that is on a clinic or have any knowledge of how they would approach a situation like ours? Neither of us have a criminal record or anything like that. The most trouble I have had is a speeding ticket like 15 years ago and expired tag maybe 6 years back. We have time to devote to a child or children as we are both home nearly 24/7. I'm on disability and he is in the process of it all. We have a bedroom to spare, so room is not an issue, and we have all the love in the world and the next to give a child. We have so much we want to do with a child and so much we want to share. So many places to go, so many crafts, games, books, and adventures to go on. We have love, so much love for a child. We both have wanted kids and so much, we both wanted kids so much, and it has been destroyed time and time again with our losses. And we know it is basically our only chance at a family now, and we are scared that they are going to say about us in the clinic. You know, we are petrified, honestly, because of the stigma. So if anyone here has any insight into a situation like this, we would most definitely appreciate hearing what you have to say.
That's a lot.
That's a whole
I would
fucking
not
lot.
lie.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would tell them what's going on when you fill out your, paperwork, because they're going to find out anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on disability and he is in the process of it all. Does that mean that he's in the process of getting disability too?
Probably.
I don't know if that would hurt you.
I think that would hurt them because of the finance. Like in Alabama, you have to prove you have the financial capability of helping.
But it just depends on where they are.
That's
Maybe
true.
it's different there. But with disability, I don't know if that would be enough income.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
That you guys can take care of another person beside yourself, because when you adopt, you have to show them everything.
Yeah.
Like, is your car paid off? How much do you own on your home? What are your utilities normally? Like, when we went through APAC, it was... I felt like I was going through security clearance because there was so many questions of how I can take care of this child.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's before the help from the state. But it just really depends on that. But don't lie. Tell them everything, because you don't want to lie and then them like, oh, here's a kid, foster this kid, and then, oh, wait, we, now know everything, and you can't have this kid because that would destroy you. So my opinion is tell them everything. If you've been sober for 5 years, is that what it was? 5 years, I think. That is a good, I feel like that's a good amount of time. The only thing that worries me is that if you have at-home methadone, I'm scared they won't let you because the child's at home with you and might take your medicine depending on how old this child is. So that's kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
Just because, and probably to, DHR, that you have, this in your house. So maybe take it like...
Do you even think they would get considered?
It just really depends on, I guess, what state you're in and how bad they're in need of. Maybe they just need to foster if they can, and then maybe that could turn into a adoption. But if you got enough love, you might not get to keep the kid, but you can love on them for however long they're with you, and then get it. I wouldn't not try.
Yeah, no, you could try. I just don't think.
There's a lot there.
It's okay. EJ just walked in. He was going to join in. Our friend EJ just joined us. He's going to sit and listen while we do this. So EJ, just as a recap, we're talking about a couple that wants to adopt, but they're both in methadone clinics treatment. 5 years clean. and Jennifer and I were just discussing what we thought. I don't think, try, go ahead.
That's what I mean. That's all I can say is try.
Yeah, but
Then you'll know 100%.
Yeah, but I mean,
but
if
with someone already relapsing once, and I understand your mom died, you relapsed, and then you're clean again, but these kids are fucking crazy and mean and drive you up the wall. You might relapse again just because of the fucking kid.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. It was like, if you think losing your mom was stressful, wait till you have a goddamn teenager that like steals your car and like steals your methadone. You're gonna fucking relapse in a heartbeat.
Right. Or if you have a 3-year-old and they steal your methadone, they get into everything, no matter what age.
Yep.
My son has stolen so much shit. I found a pair of scissors in his bed today.
He's got to defend himself. I honestly, I was like, I'm glad I think the sentiment is wonderful. I just do not think they're going to be approved.
Yeah.
But I mean, because like you had to prove, at least in Alabama, you had to prove financial stability. And if you're on disability,
both of you, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you in Alabama, at least you earn nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I cannot imagine you being able to do this. Yeah. And honestly, if I was a social worker, I probably wouldn't. Not because you don't love, but like parenthood is a stress unlike anything you've ever felt.
Yes.
When I first moved to Huntsville, there was a guy that I became friends with, and he wanted to start a youth group for LGBT youth here in Huntsville. And I was like, that sounds great. I was involved with LGBT youth groups in Texas many times. I attended one. It was great. It was the best experience I've ever had. Mm-hmm. I asked him, I was like, oh, what's your history with kids? And he's like, oh, I was a teacher, a special ed teacher, but I started taking the kids' problems home and started abusing drugs because of it. And I was like, so you want to start a youth program with kids who will drive you and offer you drugs? And so I was like, okay, that's great. And I backed out because I was like, because I was like, oh, this is not good.
Not normal, but like non-troubled kids.
Oh,
well, special needs kids are, they're in their own.
Yeah. But way. I mean, like LGBT youth are a handful. Like, just from my own experience with LGBT youth groups as a youth and then as a volunteer, they will offer to sleep with you. Mm-hmm. I've had many a teenager offer to have sex with me, ask for drugs, offer me drugs, and all sorts of bad things. So it's like, no, I just cannot imagine this ever going through. And
with you, I'd say try just so that you know.
Yeah.
Just don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
I hate it for you, and I'm so sorry for all the losses that you've had, but it's different when you adopt than when you have your own because they do not have all the strict guidelines you have to follow when you adopt compared to just, birthing out a baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a whole different ball game, especially if you, let's say they did foster and they gave you a child. If you thought losing your mother was stressful, wait till you've had a child for 4 years fostering, and then the state's like, okay, mama's clean, go back to them.
Right.
I was like, you're going to relapse in a heartbeat, baby.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's a hard one.
That was a tough one.
I mean, I don't really have anything but just to try.
Yeah. But
that's it. But I don't.
Keep your expectations realistic.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We still good?
Yep, we're still good.
Okay. So, parenting, subredding. Okay, I got it. Grammy, 1982.
That's the user.
Ooh. I'm 1981, so this Grammy is a very young Grammy. All right. Question is this fair or am I toxic?
And this is for an adult child, 18 years plus, is what it's tagged as.
Are you trying to say I'm toxic? Is that why you gave me this one?
No.
I am tired of being labeled a toxic mom, but I'm also going out of my mind. My daughter, who is 21 and has 2 toddlers, ages 2 and 3, lives with my husband and I. I'm sorry. That's me, not them. She has lived with us for 2 years. She has been unable to hold down a job for more than a week at a time. Oh my God. And goes at least a couple months or more between jobs. So that leaves me, my husband and I to support her and the kids. She has never paid rent or contributed to food. We provide all the food, pay all the bills, and also provide 90% of what the kids need. Sorry, it said or, so I had to try to figure out what they meant. So, parentheses, diapers, shoes, wipes, medicine, etc. She cannot get help with food stamps because she is under 22 and lives with a parent. My question is about doing taxes at the end of the year. Would it be selfish to claim the kids on our income tax? No, it would not be.
No.
I'm answering right now. My husband and I are both self-employed and pay in almost $5,000 every year at least. She obviously, say that word, thank you, gets back thousands every year. But if we claim the kids, she will only get back a few hundred. She blew through $6,000 to $7,000 the last 2 years she filed taxes and really has nothing to show for it. I don't know. We have had many conversations about being more responsible and that she has to start being more independent. I've done everything I can think of to get her shit together, and it's just not helping, and she refuses to make any changes. Trying my best to let her live her life and not be controlling or toxic, but I'm frustrated. Her dad has lived his entire life off his parents. Now they both passed, and he is screwed with nowhere to go and no money. Was that the dad of the kid?
Yeah, the dad's kid, his parents died.
Okay. Even that hasn't been enough to get her to open her eyes. I've worked my entire life, parentheses, since I was 16, parentheses, and never relied on anyone, so I just can't understand. Oh, shit. That's a lot to,
Yeah.
So, file them damn taxes. You pay for the shit. That's your money. Don't give her a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are not toxic.
I kind of want to kick her out of the house, keep the babies, and make her live on her own. Like, she's 22. So,
yeah.
go live. Figure this shit out. You unfortunately did not show her how to
take care of herself.
Yeah.
Well, it's
and that's my opinion, because my mom, when I got my first job at 14, started making me pay rent as soon as I got a job. So, like, my mama taught me, you pay your shit.
Yeah.
But, like, she's just using you.
Yeah. It's going to be probably the hardest thing you have to do. And I would talk to a lawyer, frankly, because you're probably
try to get custody of the 2 and the 3-year-olds.
It's like either you move out and take care of your fucking kids, or we're taking custody of these little fuckers.
Yeah.
Because if you're, I'm just like, don't even give her an option.
I wonder if that dude is living with them too, because he.
I hope not.
But you are not toxic. This lady.
No. You may be too permissive, frankly.
Well, yeah. And you're too accommodating for your daughter. But she's an adult now. And she can do her own stuff. And, she needs to understand that, she's 22 and she needs to grow the fuck up. There's no more Peter Pan syndrome in this. You need to grow up.
Yeah.
Stop living off of mama.
Yeah. I mean, Zane and I were getting to the point. Zane and I were getting to the point with Justin, because he was fucking around. I was getting to the point where I was about to say, all right, you can spend the night with us, but you have to get the fuck out of my house during the day. I was getting to the point where I was like, you can stay in this house and I will continue to feed and give you a place to stay, but you will not, if you're not gonna lay around all day and do nothing. So, and I even told Gwen this. I was like, if John and her boys, or John and Matt, keep going on the way they're going, just kick them out through the day. It was like, give them a bus pass and be like, you can come back at 8:00 at night or 7:00 at night and eat, but you have to be gone from the time I go to work to the time I get home, or I'm done working.
Yeah.
Because this is, ridiculous.
Yeah, that one,
Yeah.
that's hard, but I don't think she's toxic. I think she just spoiled her child a little too much.
Yeah.
And now is paying for the consequences because the kid had 2 kids.
And we're reading
acting
into
like
this
a kid.
situation, so we don't know your situation.
Oh, yeah,
if you hear
definitely.
this, so like we're this is just what we're picking up from the from your comment, your thing. So
I'm not trying to be mean.
yeah, me either. I just like, and parenting is fucking hard as hell. But no, you're not toxic.
And then parenting your grandkids.
Yeah.
You're 2 and 3. That's starting all the fuck over again. That's rough.
Well, shit. If she's born in '82, she's your age. So,
I know.
shit.
I could. Don't want to chase no 2 and 3-year-old around.
Well, I've actually told Kiki and Justin, I was like, I'm going to get some life insurance policies on y'all, because if y'all die and I have to take care of 2 goddamn toddlers, I want to be able to afford a goddamn nanny, because Papa is tired.
Papa takes one day. They're here and leave me the fuck alone.
Yes.
For an hour. Let me just breathe.
Yes. Jesus
and you can't
Christ.
do that when you have them forever.
Yeah.
Are we good for yours?
Yep. Okay. So last one. So this is from the parenting subreddit. Username Fantasy Welt.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Okay. Title of the post is something that other parents make a big deal about that you don't think is a big deal at all.
Okay.
So the post says, for me, it's cussing. I just don't care about cussing in front of my kids and don't censor myself. I feel like if the worst thing I do as a parent is say, fuck, damn it, then when I stub my toe or step on a Lego, then I'm doing pretty good. Most parents around me that I know don't really cuss around their kids. My own sister won't even say butt around their kids, but she says bottom, LOL. LOL. Personally, I don't get it. What about you?
Yeah. I cuss. I am a sailor. There's no fucking way I cannot not cuss. I wait till 13. I don't know if that's teenage years, because I did that with my brother. And the only reason why I did it with my brother, who is like, he's very strong Christian child he's 24, never drank an ounce of alcohol, tried it, or did anything else. He's straight-laced, just, plays his video games. But we went to Six Flags for his 13th birthday, and I'm like, look here. Things are going to change today. Sissy's gonna fucking cuss in front of you. And he was like, when I said fucking cuss in front of you, he was like, and I was like, I'm just getting you prepared, because if you sit next to me on that roller coaster, you're gonna hear every single bad word or adult word that you probably heard in school, but I'm gonna say it. And now he says he didn't even fucking hear me say them.
You can say it loud enough.
But then I learned that he cussed in high school.
Patrick.
And I was just like, because, like, the way, he acts, you all know him. He is, like, this sweetest,
straight-laced little boy.
Straight-laced little boy. But when my mama said that, and then so when I told him about me telling him I was going to cuss, and then I also played music that had cuss words in it at that time, too, because I'm like, look, you're 13. I'm going to grow you up a little bit, which you've already heard these probably since you were in 2nd grade, because you went to a bad elementary school. And then to hear that he cussed in high school, Pops was like, that was your fault. And I'm like, no, that was not my fault. Because we all have the same conversation, because I know my mom had the same conversation with him that she did with me. Yes, I know you're going to cuss, but cuss around your friends only. Do not do it around grown-ups. And I still, if I'm around people I really don't know, I'll try to curb it. Yeah, every once in a while, one comes out, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And then they'll be like, oh, that's fucking fine. And I'm like, oh, I like you. Okay, we're good. But, I will still.
Yeah, you go with the flow.
Right. I
the crowd
leave the
out.
room and do that. My mama taught me fucking well. I mean, she probably would not like this podcast very much, but whatever. But, and then when I'm angry.
Yeah.
It just comes out. I mean, it's just my non-love language.
It's your pressure valve.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah.
To release some of it, because I don't want another blackout.
Yeah.
Or a breakdown. I just
beyond the cussing though, what anything else you see parents like making a big deal about that you're like, I don't fucking care.
I don't really understand the new, what is it called? I've seen it like
Gentle parenting?
Yes, what the fuck? I don't understand gentle parenting. I don't at all. I know you're trying to like redirect, but them kids seem like assholes on TikTok when I see that shit.
I don't entirely understand. I don't even know what that means per se. Like I'm guessing it. I don't know. Like we don't spank Kalia.
What?
We don't spank Kalia.
Spank. Okay, I did not hear spank.
Okay,
so
sorry.
I was.
I heard spend.
Yeah, we don't spend Kalia. We don't spank Kalia, but I will time her the fuck out.
Well, yeah.
In a heartbeat, and I will scream at her and I try not to do it. It takes a minute for me to get there. I have a long fuse. My fuse has been extending lately because I'm trying to make sure I don't blow up at her for nothing.
You're right.
But when she starts pushing buttons and is a little bitch,
and
I'm
knows
just
what
like
buttons to push. Yeah. So apparently, gentle parenting is a parenting style that focuses on building a connection with your child through empathy, respect, and understanding. It is also known as respectful parenting, conscious parenting, mindful parenting, or intentional parenting.
I feel like I do that already. I feel like with Kalia especially, she's such a sensitive girl, and she likes being a rule follower that it's pretty easy to negotiate with her and talk it out with her, because she's like, that isn't fair, this isn't fair, and I can point out like, you're not being fair to me. And she responds to that. Wesley's a nightmare, so
we're not going to talk about
we're
Wesley.
not going to talk about Wesley
because it's the first thing. Some characteristics, emotional regulation, which is just what you talked about. Parents try to stay calm and help their children identify and manage their emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. Connection. Parents provide connection with their children and try to understand their underlying desires. Respect. Parents treat their children with respect and earn their respect through kindness. I don't like that one. Boundaries. Parents set clear and consistent boundaries.
I like that one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Partnership. Parents encourage a partnership with their children to make choices.
I do that.
To an extent, but I'm still your fucking parent.
Yeah. I'm still the boss, but like I will happily negotiate, because I think that's life.
Right.
I think you have to, all relationships are negotiations.
Right. And then the last one was open communication. Parents encourage open communication and reflection.
I definitely do that one, because I want to hear, like, if she feels I'm being unfair to her, I want to understand it. So I feel like if I can get into that with her, she'll understand it and do it better.
Right.
But
you do a really good job. I don't. My thing is that Wesley doesn't feel empathy.
Yeah.
Everything is everybody else's fault. Nothing's ever his fault. He doesn't get why I would get upset about something that he did, because it's my fault that he did it.
Yeah.
So there's no gentle parenting in my house.
No,
I've not taken the phone book and beat him or anything like that.
I've gotten close to that.
Right. But I do not gentle parent. I try to not react, which I've gotten a lot better at. I'm not saying I'm the best, but when he first started being an asshole, it was a lot of reaction. And now I'm trying to distance myself, diffuse, and go away.
Yeah.
I hide from my child, which is sad. And makes it harder at night when he comes outside to my safe area, because I got myself a fire pit. I feel safe. I feel just calm. And then he comes out there, and then I would love to have conversations with Wesley, but do you know who Kendrick Lamar is? Why is that person walking over there? If I try to ask him a question, he ignores it and then changes it to something, in my opinion, that's stupid. And people are like, well, you guys just need to talk. That's what everybody's saying. The probation officers, DHR, y'all have to talk. He doesn't want to talk.
He wants to talk at you.
Right. And not with, he doesn't want, and then he's like, well, when I try to have a conversation with you, you shut me down. And I'm like, because you're not trying to have a conversation. You're trying to tell me other people's business, which is not my business. That's you being a gossiper. And he did not like me saying that at all. But I just got to tell you, no, I don't want to hear it. It's none of my business. And you ask questions that don't relate to anything in our life. You ask me if I know Kendrick Lamar because you want me to play him. I'm not going to play Kendrick Lamar. Because he was like, do you know who Kendrick Lamar is? And I'm like, yeah. Name a song. No, I can't. I can't name you multiple songs. But we're not listening to that in the car. We're going to be listening to Cabaret. I'm playing show tunes a lot right now at the moment, just to let y'all know. Little Shop of Horrors pops up. Chicago. Like, you know, it's things he doesn't know.
Yep.
The Book of Mormon has been playing a lot. So when we got to one song that's Fuck You God, that one I had to kind of change real quick, even though I really wanted to hear it. So I saved it and then went back and listened to it later because it's just hilarious. Because that's what the Book of Mormon is just making fun of Mormons in essence. But I could not gentle parent Wesley in any way.
No, he requires a different skill set.
Yes.
A firm hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so that's one thing I don't understand that people do.
I guess that one of the things, I'm trying to think of things that I don't really give a shit about with Kalia I will say, like, I've known parents that are pretty particular about, like, clean rooms and shit like that. I don't know. As long as she doesn't make a mess in the places we share, I don't care too much.
And you do make her clean it. That's part of her chores. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, admittedly, Clea is an easy child. Attitude out the fucking wazoo.
Right.
But she's a rule follower, and she actually does want to, like, make you proud. And
right.
She wants that.
It just takes a while sometimes.
Yeah. So I can't think too much. Like, I don't know. The people that care deeply about little things, I think, are just different parents than. Right. So I'm like, I don't know how to answer that question because, like, every parent's got their, like, hill to die on.
Right.
Zane's sister was really particular about her kids saying no, sir, ma'am, and sir.
Manners.
Yeah. Well, using that. No, but that's a pretty Southern thing because I know.
Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yet no, ma'am.
Yeah, but like that's a Southern Alabama. That's an Alabama because that's
a military thing too.
Well, okay, but it's not.
Just to let you know.
But it's not particularly common in other areas. Like I don't know.
Unless there's a base somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know military's parents are really.
Yeah, base or Southern. I don't really see that elsewhere.
Gotcha.
Because I never grew up with that. It was polite. You watched your tone. You didn't ask inappropriate questions. Those are the things we cared about. And those things I do care. Like tone is a big one. You don't.
But I make her say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
And I when she's pissing me off, I'm like, yes, ma'am, no, sir. But
okay.
Yeah.
And then another thing, like I know between me and Zane compared to you, and I don't know about EJ, but lights off if you're not in the fucking room.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
No.
Me and Zane fucking care. It is like, you turn that motherfucking light off. You are not in that goddamn room no more. You turn it off. I don't know why we must have grown up that way. You're running up my utility bill. Turn off your fucking lights. EJ, did you grow up having to turn off lights?
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
But I don't care.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that like this is this may be a privileged question, just because like the circumstances.
Rich and y'all
like I grew up
bills and blah blah. I'm just kidding.
I mean, no, I'm serious. Like I grew up in upper middle class environment,
right?
And you and Zane and EJ all kind of grew up probably lower middle class. And so like utility bills were never discussed. Like they didn't care because they could afford it. Right. But the reason I don't care, like I don't make a big deal of it now is because like we could burn every light in this fucking house and it wouldn't make a difference because it's all LEDs. So that's why I don't care too much. If she started touching the AC, we'd have a different discussion. Yeah, that one I would care about because that one really ticks the meter. That's your most. Yeah, that's the thing that really ticks the meter off the most.
And don't take long showers.
That one I don't.
Water heater is your second.
Yeah, but just getting her to take a fucking bath.
Yeah,
like that's a feat unto itself. I don't really care too much.
Well, Wesley will take 4 showers in a day. Yeah, when he's bored.
I think Wesley's masturbating.
Well, and that could be what it is. But he's like, I'm bored. I took 4 showers today. Oh, thanks for leaving me some hot water. Yeah. But again, doesn't care about anybody but himself. Yeah. So he doesn't think about like the consequences of him taking 4 showers.
That one, like, there's no...
Go get your fucking sock. I mean,
here's some lotion. Go jack off into a towel.
Right. Don't do in the shower so mama can have some hot water. Because that is the worst thing in the world. To go take a shower and that shit gets cold 2 seconds in and then you have to do everything. And I don't have to... But I want to take a shower every day.
Yeah.
That's my...
Completely.
I mean, when we had no power for 5 days and the tornadoes, I still took a cold shower every fucking day. It sucked. I jumped in and out of the water, but I still did it because I feel like I have to.
Yeah, you gotta be clean.
I mean, that's just... Yeah. And,
You don't even have to explain that one.
Okay.
All right, so... even though I know no one's going to respond, but for any of our listeners, how many of you are, if there's something that you think other parents make a big deal about, let us know, write in or something. Because I'm kind of curious about this one.
Like you said, we only have a few things that.
And Jennifer and I are so similar in parenting, and Wesley's such an extreme child that it's like it doesn't like it's hard to kind of compare him
in the mix of things. But I get that gentle parenting. I've seen TikToks and I see the the ones that I've always seen is like the white people, and I'm not trying to be mean, but the white people doing the gentle parenting, and then a black person will come in and be like, "Bitch, nah, we finna do this. You go clean your fucking room." Like, it's not a. I think it's just how you were raised. Yeah. And it's how you're wanting to maybe try it a different way than what you were raised. Yeah. But
I think it also depends on the child too, because if you got an extreme child like Wesley, you have to have very tight control over everything. Otherwise, he will just, for any inch you give, he will take a mile.
Oh my God, yes.
Whereas with Kalia, she's pretty emotional and wants your approval, so it's a little bit easier to get her to do what she wants. As long as you if you can maintain your cool and maintain a good relationship with her, you can get her to do whatever you need. Yeah.
And I can definitely, because she's scared of me. And
but she also loves you, and she enjoys spending time with you. Yeah.
Well, so. I mean, that's why I took her. I mean, that's why I do things with her. Yeah.
And that's why I do, the same. I was I make time for her. I spend time with her, and I'm able to get her to do the things I need to do. Right. Because I build that relationship. Right. And I think you do the same.
Yeah. Well, I do tell her to do things.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I saw a whole bunch of trash in the living room. Go pick that shit up. And I cuss around her. Yeah. And that goes back to the other thing about cussing. And she will be like, "Oh, I heard all that. Auntie Jay says that stuff." I'm okay with that, to be honest, because she knows Auntie Jay cusses. Yeah. That's it.
I will say I'm kind of amazed. Just with the extreme example of Wesley, I'm amazed he hasn't started cussing you out yet.
I think he's scared if he were to that I would call mom and pops.
Maybe. I mean,
or that my crisis number that I got. Because now at any point I can call a crisis number.
Yeah, but that's a kind of a recent thing. But 6 months ago, I'm like, when his behavior kind of deteriorated a bit, I'm just amazed. I don't know. I'm shocked. I think a lot of it is just because he's kind. I mean, I hate to, like, this is cruel to say, but it's not cruel. We all know it. Like, everyone who knows Wesley, he's lower IQ. And I just don't think he thinks it's something he could do.
Yeah. He will do it on Roblox, though.
Yeah.
And
Get himself banned.
He got banned for misspelling the N-word a few times, which is hilarious to me. And then he told me, we have enough time?
Yeah.
He told me that I had to ask permission to say the N-word. And I am a white woman that hates that word. That is like my number one word I hate in this world.
Right.
Like, just
don't say around me.
Loathe it. I can't say don't say it around me because I have a lot of black friends that say it. They do try. But, like, when we're drinking and hanging out, it just kind of comes up sometimes. And then when I was, like, in middle school or high school, people would come up to me like, what's up, nope. What's up, my friend? Because I am not a lazy person. And that's how I see it. Now, I know that, I'm not black. I'm not in that culture trying to make that word as a black person, my word. But Wesley, who gave that old white man the right to say the N-word? I don't know. Who gave that old white woman the right to say the N-word? I don't know. Get that out of your head. There is no permission. You do not give permission to any white person to say that word. If you have friends at school, they should not say that word.
Agreed.
I've had to I've had this conversation with him 4 or 5 times to say, you do not give permission to anybody. Because if I had permission, I would have been saying this word since I was in middle school. Well, elementary school, probably. But I don't like this word.
Yeah.
I'm not a lazy person. I work hard.
For that money.
That's right.
So hard for it, honey.
That's right. And I don't want you calling me that word.
Yeah.
Because that's how I see that word now. Now, other people might disagree on, how that is. But if someone were to call me an N-word, that's how I would take it. Because I'm not black. As Wesley being black and someone calling him that's not the reason why they're saying that word.
Yeah.
And he just does not comprehend that there's differences between that. And you know what? I have so many black friends. I would have had permission long ago. I don't need a 13-year-old to give me permission to say this word. Because that's what he told me. I need permission from him. Fuck you, you little motherfucker.
I won't call you the N-word, I'll call you little motherfucker.
I hate that word.
Yeah.
I hate it. Do never say that word in front of me. And I don't know if that stopped the cussing.
Maybe.
But I was like, you never say that word around me in my house where I can hear it. So he typed it in. And that's why he got banned. And y'all, he spelled it all kinds of wrong. Oh my God. I looked at that and I was like, how do they even know that's what he was trying to say? Anyways. But I think that might be why he doesn't cuss in front of me, because I already was like, no N-word. Nope. If I hear that, you're in trouble.
I mean, I don't know. I hope that's the reason, but it's weird that that's the one thing that sunk in.
I mean,
yeah.
Who knows? Okay.
Who knows? Who cares?
If he calls me an N-word, that I think would set me off. To be honest. If you call me a bitch, whatever.
Really?
I'm not a female dog.
Okay.
I can be a bitch, yes. If you called me a motherfucker, okay, you called me a motherfucker. I'm not gay, so I don't fuck mothers. Okay.
What if he called you a cunt?
I like the word cunt, so, and I am a cunt sometimes, so I guess it depends on the situation.
All right. let's not borrow for trouble.
Okay. What about faggot?
If he said that, that's my second least favorite word. And again, I'm not gay,
Yeah.
So you can't call me that.
What if he called you the D word for the lesbian slur?
Dyke.
Well, I was trying not to say that, dear.
I can say it.
You're not a lesbian.
But
Again, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
So it would be just you calling me something that I'm not.
Okay.
So then I'd be like, okay, female.
Ooh.
And then he'd look at me and be like, I'm not female. Well, I'm not that word that you just called me. Because I don't really like saying that one either.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a hatred toward like I do the F word or the N word. But, yeah. It's just, I don't know. That might have been the one thing that got sunk in.
To his
that
dense little head.
Yeah, that worked, but I don't know.
Yeah, well.
All right, so I think it's time for our break.
Yep, our second break, and we'll be right back. And we're back.
Yeah.
Hope y'all missed us.
Did you?
I hope so. All right, for all our listeners, if you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice, or if you have any ideas for topics, please.
Yes, please email us at guidetopoorparenting@gmail.com. Let us know if we should get that voicemail number.
Yeah.
I may just set it up anyway.
I mean,
if it's free, who cares?
Yeah,
We'll try.
I mean, we can try it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some Canadians on the
some
phone.
Saskatchewans.
And then we'll have to get the Google translator out to understand them. I'm kidding.
Maybe they'll speak in French Canadian.
Oh, that would be fun.
All right, Miss Jennifer. So we've had our cocktail. What are we snacking on today?
Well,
I bought this for you.
Oh,
so I don't even know how to pronounce this.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say I did the drink. You should do the food.
You're going to do both.
Okay, so it's Christmas time, and Aldi's is selling German Christmas stuff.
Yes.
So we are eating Lebkuchen, which is gingerbread, and the one that he bought is in my opinion, the best one. Mama loves the chocolate ones. So what happens in Christmas time is that I buy a pack, which is usually 3 chocolate and 3 iced. Mm-hmm. And then I'll give her my chocolates and she'll give me her iced.
So these are iced gingerbread cookies,
yes,
right?
Iced gingerbread cookies.
Is there a nut in there? Because there was something crunchy in there.
It almost tastes like carrot.
I don't know. I mean, I can try to read the, whatever for you. But I don't think there is. I think that's just the way the Lebkuchen is.
Okay.
The gingerbread just has a little extra to it.
And for our non-German speakers, she's saying if I were to anglicize this word, it'd be Lebkuchen. Because it's
Lebkuchen.
Lebkuchen.
Yeah, how am I not saying Leb?
The K is coming out of more of an H sound to me. Or is to me. Does it come off to H to you? Yeah.
Lebkuchen does?
The K sounds like more like an H.
Okay, well. So. They're my favorite cookies.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
I absolutely love them.
It's got orange peels in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was something like crunchy in there.
Are you okay with that?
No, it was fine. I just didn't know. I was like, what is that texture?
I love them.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're really good.
Gotta get the iced ones. They're the best. But if you Aldi's, wherever you are, if you have an Aldi's, go to Aldi's. Aldi's is the best. Bring a quarter, because if you want a cart, you have to pay for it so that you put it back and get your quarter back. And you also have to bring bags, because you either can pay for bags at the register or use your own bags. But they are inexpensive, good quality foods. And around Christmas time, you get some good deals. My favorite of all time is something called Dominosteine, and they run out really quickly. And just try all of the good stuff. I mean, I just loved it to death. So.
I will say, Jennifer let me try a Dominosteinen. I didn't care for it because
it has the apricot filling.
Yeah, it has
you don't like the fruit in it.
Yeah, that one I didn't care for too much. But yeah, so I don't know if we'll ever get that one for the podcast. But yeah,
the dogs ate.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wesley let the dogs out. Didn't close the door, and they ate the oranges that you gave me. Oh. They ate my Dominosteine. They ate a whole bag of Chex Mix.
I'm amazed they didn't vomit everywhere.
They ate a whole bunch of stuff. Yet, luckily, they did not until they did vomit on my bed.
Oh, Jesus.
But I didn't know until I woke up because I passed out with all my pills. And then I'm like, the fuck is fuck. So I gotta do my sheets. So, all right.
All right. So we've had our snack time. We have our cocktail, our snack time. Now it's story time.
All right. So my story time is about my favorite nephew. I will tell the world he's my favorite because he is. Noah, and this is my youngest sister Ashley's son. He just turned double digits, and he lived with me when he was about 4 or 5, so he still kind of had a lisp and stuff. And so he now mispronounces my name.
No, he used to pronounce it.
He mispronounces my name correctly. So back in the day, as he was growing up, it was always Joffel. Like, I don't know why he put a little bass into it, but now he calls me Jennifer, and it is the most heartbreaking feeling in the world not to be called Joffel, because that's how he did it for so many years. But he's 10 now, so he can, pronounce all of his words and blah, blah, blah. But that broke my heart.
Aww.
And I love that little boy to death. And whenever we go on, like, our family vacations, he has told his mom, looked her directly in the eyes and was like, she's my vacation mom.
Aww.
And Ashley was like, what? And Noah Bug was like, yep, Juffa's my vacation mama. And so, like, I, of course, spoiled and rotten because I just love that kid so much. But, yeah, so it was very sad when he started saying it right. And I'm just like, can you go back to Juffa for me, please? Because everybody at work knows Juffa knows. And then when I told them he turned 10 and he now pronounces it right, they're like, no, he has to go back. Aww. He has to go back.
Poor baby.
But yeah, so that's my story. It's not really funny, but kind of. Okay. It's cute, and so is he. So.
Oh, that's precious.
Yeah.
All right. So for all our listeners, thanks for listening to another episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting.
If you like our podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on.
And if you don't like our podcast, just like when our kids ask why we won't fix their fan, even though it's 11 p.m. at night and they broke the goddamn thing.
And they're knocking at the door at 11 p.m. for me to fix it when I am on my medicine that knocks me the fuck out, where I will have to crawl from my room to fix a fan. Tough shit, motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker.
I mean, goodness.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.